The murderer would dig a pit on the mountain every time he killed someone. He thought his proficient modus operandi would never go wrong. But this time, something unexpected happened. As soon as the murderer opened the trunk, the girl smashed into him and ran down the mountain with all her might. But the murderer, who had already committed multiple murders, was not about to let her go. The girl climbed over a fence and begged the residents for help. But no matter how much she screamed, no one responded. A man who lived on the 6th floor had just come home and was about to relax when he suddenly heard the girl's screams from downstairs. By the time the man got to his balcony, the girl who had been running for her life was already badly hurt. Just as the girl was about to be beaten to death, the man took out his phone to call the police. But the light turned on and the man's wife had woken up. He quickly turned off the light, but it had already caught the murderer's attention. To avoid panicking his family, the man hid the truth from his wife. Then he quietly went back to the balcony. But he just happened to make eye contact with the murderer. He hurriedly hid behind a flower pot. The murderer counted the floors and then headed toward the building. Realizing the situation was bad, the man grabbed a baseball bat and waited by the door. He would not let his family get hurt. But after an hour, the man didn't hear anything. He carefully peeked out. The hallway was empty. Just as he started to feel relieved, a hand reached in from outside. It turned out the man hadn't opened the door at all. He had just had a nightmare. Because of the imperfect laws, people who reported crimes often faced revenge from the criminals. So, to protect his family, the man decided to act like he hadn't seen anything. The next day, he looked from the crime scene toward his home, wondering if the murderer had seen him. He didn't know that he had already been photographed. The police, after their investigation, found out that the man had taken the elevator that night. So they went to his home to ask questions, but there was no response. Meanwhile, the man felt like someone was following him on his way home. He realized it was the murderer and quickened his pace. Just as the murderer was about to cause a car accident, the police came out of the community and ran into the man. This disrupted the murderer's plan. When the police asked the man questions, he just said he had been drunk that night and didn't know anything. But the police could tell from his expression that he was lying. They took out their phones and asked him to identify the suspect. Just then, the police station called, saying they had found out the murderer's identity. The police immediately rushed back to the station. The man was very puzzled. The murderer had been very cautious. Could the police really have found his identity?